Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 72 of tonight's campaign. Um, Before we get started tonight, we're going to go over some introductory things. I have some really cool, good news, and you know the drill by now. First thing I always like to do is I always like to talk about our Discord server. The link to our Discord server can be found on our Twitch page as well as on our link tree, which can also be found on our Twitch page. And probably in chat by now. Check chat. Yeah, and in chat. Our link tree is in chat. Thank you, Lino. So our Discord is the place where everything outside of the campaign or outside of the broadcast of the campaign happens. We run a number of interactive channels, chat channels, artwork and meme channels, contest and voting channels, and loot channels. I love the loot channels. It's also the best and most convenient way to address us if there's anything that you need to do. If you send a message, we are very quick to reply. So that being said, absolutely get on our Discord. The other two links on our link tree that I always like to focus on are our Facebook group and our YouTube channel. Our Facebook groups creates event reminders and also the regular posting that a Facebook group can do. So if you have Facebook, I highly recommend staying up to date on that because especially with, since we are kind of like dead set in the middle of the holiday season, scheduling changes do tend to happen. And that is really kind of the best way to keep up to date with that. And the other thing that I mentioned was our YouTube channel, and I'm going to mention a couple of things on this. We run a bi-weekly campaign, and we'll run the campaign sessions, and then the alternate weeks will run a number of various different things. But the only thing that we keep and upload to our YouTube channel is the campaign sessions. So I have, as of September, fallen notably behind in uploading the YouTube videos. However, I spent a good portion of the day catching up. So this is the good news that I want to talk about. We are, not counting today's broadcast, we are 4 episodes behind on our YouTube channel. But I have already uploaded 2 of them because that's what I had time for today. And I set them as scheduled to release on subsequent Mondays, I think. Hold on, look at it. I might have set it for Tuesday. I think I set them for Tuesdays. Well, anyway, either Monday or Tuesday, I have a schedule set. And so starting next week, we will begin uploading those videos. They're already set. They're ready to go. I just wanted to give myself, 1 more week buffer to get everything updated because I had already had a number of episodes already rendered but not uploaded, and the rendering is what takes time. So every time I need to render one of these videos, it takes me in the ballpark of 5 hours to do, which is kind of why I've fallen behind a little bit. So what I did is I've been rendering things, and now I have all the way up until our previous episode rendered, just not uploaded. So these next 4 weeks, I'll be uploading our past 4 episodes, and that will give me enough time to get everything, including this episode, straight and scheduled for upload as well. So yes, starting next week, our uploads are going to return again. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, absolutely get on that because that's where everything is kept. Everything from our campaign sessions to our one-shots. And yeah, just that. So that being said, we had a great session 2 weeks ago. We touched on a lot of things, including a very in-depth mechanic on books. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. So if you want to know what that means, absolutely check out a previous episode if you didn't see it. But yeah, so you know what? Let me just scoot over and we'll jump right into our introductions and our campaign. All right, so I think we have everything all set up straight. So to my immediate right, we have Deacon. How you doing, Deacon? Yeah. Yep. Sling. Basically like a Deacon Papoose, you know? Audio, yeah. Let me fix that. All right, there we go. Okay, try again. I think I got you good.
Arigato. Okay, I see it lighting up, but I'm just let me okay, yes. I can hear myself.
Perfect. All right, apologies for that. All right, so yes,
no worries,
yes. Your big return, waking up from the Deacon Gully Papoose.
Exactly.
Yes, and we still have something very big and notable coming down the way for Deacon.
Absolutely. Now that he has had his beauty rest after partying all night and all that stuff, in our previous session,
Mm-hmm.
he's catching up on his Z's.
Yes.
Sorry. So yes, it is. We're gonna have a big day today. Sorry, that's all I got.
All right, nice. Welcome aboard. Happy to have you. Next to Deacon, we have Gully. How you doing, Gully?
Hello. Hey, people. Happy to be here. Looking forward to tonight, and yeah, definitely exploring the book collection more for the followers of the my temple. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Very important. So yes, so to reiterate what I was saying before, as Gully is the fire sage, he has the ability to do a number of things inside the fire temple, including terraform it in any way that he, as the sage, sees fit. And we have started off. Initially, we started off with a little bit of simply reforming the groundwork, and then we moved on to creating sleeping quarters, and now we're moving on to more advanced functional quarters, such as a library. This will come in depending on the books. It can and will enrich the inhabitants depending on the books that are there. And I'm very curious to see where this is going to go, because it is an incredibly open-ended thing, and it's going to be super fun and super cool. And the other thing that we haven't talked about the Fire Temple is that Gully has now kind of turned his aim towards incorporating more people, specifically the local populace of the Gorons, into folding them into the Fire Temple.
Yes.
So much fun, so awesome, and so happy that this is going the way that it is. But yes, happy to see what continues on. And Gully, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you. And with that, we will move to Lido. Lido, how you doing, my friend?
I am doing okay so far today. Looking forward to seeing where we're going to go, if, what we're going to do, what we're going to do with, goals that we have and whatnot like that.
Yes,
we'll find out.
We have had a couple things, particularly one thing is sticking out in my mind that we have been trying to do for has it been like 3 episodes that we've been trying to do this?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So okay, 3 episodes we've been trying to do this. Not going to say what this is, but I don't want to jinx it. Um, but yes, it has been a minute coming in itself, and that's going to be something that is like a big another feather in the cap of this campaign to see that part evolve. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what you have planned, Lido, and I'm excited to see. Oh, actually, as I was, it's funny because like, usually when I'm writing even like the brief synopsises for the YouTube videos, I kind of go back to the video I'm uploading and check, points on it to refresh my memory, especially when some of them are as far back as September. So I've been like, I kind of forgot that we had that Rudo heavy episode, and so there is still that like that whole kind of thing, spiral that reminded me that like that there's some hefty stuff also going on in Zora's domain.
Yes.
Yes, and don't think that I'm not gonna throw my gauntlets in on that because I have a story for you when we get there. But it's gonna be lots of fun. It's gonna be lots of fun. When we get there, I have yes. So this very much will be an extended conversation for when we get through it. But yes, the one of the things that I'm excited for, one of the upcoming things that I'm excited for is the Shadow Temple, and being that, you know what, fuck it, I keep trying to call him by Artie, Elle's father, Artie. I think,
enough.
yeah,
Don't have to be nice to him.
Exactly. So I have as I've been evolving that temple and solidifying it. I had to change some stuff for obvious reasons, but it like I wouldn't change something if I didn't like it better than its original incarnation, and I'm so excited for it. Yes, so that's what I was referring to. But once like we wrap up things in Hyrule Castle Town, once we wrap up things in Kakariko Village, once we wrap up or start to tackle things in Zora's domain, all of that is all going to tie into the Shadow Temple, and it's going to be so fucking cool. So, all I will say to anybody about the Shadow Temple is save your spell slots. That being said, Lido, thank you for joining us tonight. Very excited to see how the event unfolds.
Yes.
And cannot wait. And rounding out the team, we have Stuffin. I'm currently eating stuffing. I'm having leftover Thanksgiving.
That's not my name. My name is Stuffin. I do like stuffing into my stomach. Stuffin is like the best holiday of the year.
Isn't his last name Fluffy Pants?
Fluffy Pants? No.
What is it? Stuffin?
I think it's Stuffin' Fluffer or something like that. Stuffin' Fluff.
Stuffin' Fluff.
Stuffin' Fluff. Okay. We don't. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking at things. Stuffin' Fluff. Well, with enough leftovers, he can be Stuffin' Fluffy Pants. So
I picked his fun fact. I picked his name well before I decided that he was like obsessive foodie who likes stuffing food into it.
Yes. Absolutely. I gotta plug in my headset. I just got a low battery notification.
Also worth saying, if he ever does manage to become the stage of the water temple.
Mhm.
Have some exciting thoughts and plans that might be going on. See, I don't want to give anything away too much.
Fair. And I love a good surprise. And we are going to and yes, so Stefan is one of is a potential water temple sage, and the essentially the only hiccup right now is and I call it a hiccup, but the reality of the situation is we haven't really tried anything about it. I guess I guess would be the appropriate thing to say, but he needs
Charging battery.
to have the approval of the Zorn Monarch, and I said very plainly and very cryptically last episode that this does not mean that he has to have the approval of Il. All it means is that
Oh, okay.
because of the proximity.
Well,
of
I do know that he
uh-huh.
was scheming and starting to set to work about possibly making a magical ring he
Mhm.
could use to help, like, bribe Il
Yes.
to grant him this request, if Il, in fact, is the monarch that we are trying to convince.
If. And I say if, not because I have any plans for myself, but because I know how.
Ruminations upon ruminations, layers and
Yes.
layers.
Yes. So many things can happen right now, and I could not even
Did we
begin
lose
to
Puck?
pretend. Did you lose me? Is that better?
Did we lose me?
Can you hear me now?
Hey,
We
sorry
can
about
hear you.
that. Yeah,
Charging battery.
I'm really sorry about that. I do just step aside for a second. I
Yeah, don't hear Puck.
You don't hear me?
I also don't. Oh, now
Oh, now
I
I
do.
hear
I
you.
haven't heard you for a solid couple of minutes, my man.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, should I just vamp, or am I like, is my connection?
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I didn't want to speak unduly. I wasn't sure if we were being queued in or not. So I was just
Oh. No, I guess so I had to plug my headset in, and I'm not sure if when I plugged it in, or if it disconnected, or if it died before I plugged it in.
gotcha.
But it's plugged in now, and you guys can hear me. So okay, so yeah, but just to kind of attempt to reiterate some things I was saying. No, I'm not going to do that because I completely forgot what I was talking about. I know I was talking about like Il and Zor's Domain and Artie and but yeah, I think that Stefan said it pretty concisely. He's constructing this ring to try and help gain favor over Il, if Il is indeed continues to be the monarch by that point. But yes, that is one of the ever-present quests that we have going on now. so let's see. We left off. God damn it! I where did we leave off in Hyrule Castletown? Because I see it's where we
In
are.
Castletown, finishing up Gully's
Books. Yeah.
Books. That's right. We did the whole book thing, and so we had found once we decided that we were going to have a library in the Fairy Temple, we went to we talked to Zelda to figure out if they could copy and remake any books for us. But then we went to the library, like just the good old regular library, no mystic library, no crab walking, no people who seem weird but are happy to be there. Like none of that. Just the regular old part of the library. And there was a clearance book bin, and Gully bought a bunch of books, and we had those marked off. So yes, that was the last action of our campaign. So or of last session, not the campaign. We still got more to go. So yes, let us. You know what? I guess we'll pick it up in the library. All right.
All right. So yeah. Actually. Okay. So I'm with Gully. Yeah. I would like to like. You hear the like little bubble pop as Deacon's eyes start to open.
So Deacon, when you start to awaken, you are largely unaware of your surroundings. So prior to you becoming fully awake, you get a little startled, you get a little rustled, you get a little bit verbal, and
I yawn quietly, indeed.
Yeah, and then you hear off to the side of you, shh.
Excellent.
And you look over and you can see the librarian like hard staring at you with like her pointer finger over her mouth, with her other hand pointing to the quiet please sign of the library, and it sinks in rather quickly where you are.
Excellent.
Mic off.
I like put like one hand over my mouth and give her a thumbs up with the other one.
Mic on.
Very nice.
But yeah.
Mic off.
I do imagine I'm basically just like draped over Gully's shoulder at this point.
Mic on.
I will I will kind of like, oh, I know. I'll use my my aberrant mind telepathy thing to greet him and say Ohio gozaimasu.
To Gully?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, well. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
So, what do you think of these books so far?
Which ones did you get?
You can read now, right?
I nod excitedly. Yep. I have reached proficiency. I wiggle my fingers.
Oh wow, I had all kinds, all sorts, bunch of different topics. Don't have the complete sets of all of them, but working on it.
Nice. All right, that's pretty good.
I think this will be a nice little addition, to the temple library.
I think that's great, Gully. It gives people a way to spend the time and learn things too.
Yeah, 'cause,
Mic off.
knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
Mic on.
I think it's Stuffin's power specifically.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
But yeah. So, has everything been okay for you guys? Sorry. Yeah, I like while I've been taking a nap and stuff. Like, what else have you guys been up to?
That's about it. We should probably go and catch back up with the other guys because they went to go see the Queen.
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken.
Good idea. All right. I agree. Let's go.
Should we walk over or should we teleport over?
Teleporting would be pretty stylish, but I think she asked us not to do that in her house.
Okay, we'll walk on over then.
Shame. Nope. Perfect. I will still ride a Gully's shoulder.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, so you make your way into the castle gates. Any pit stops along the way?
I don't have any this time.
All right.
None for me.
Sounds good. All right, so Stuffin and Leto, what are as Gully and Deacon come to meet you? What kind of scene are they walking into?
On theory, they should be meeting us halfway because we were leaving.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say food fight.
No.
All right. So let's say, okay. So they're getting ready to. They're getting ready to meet you at the castle, and I'll say this: they meet you at the castle gate. Wait, actually, quick question: do Stefan and Leto have anywhere that you want to go in the castle before heading out?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you meet each other at the castle gate, where Deacon and Gully are walking in, and you guys are walking out.
Oh, that's lucky. Hi, how's it going, guys?
Hey there.
It's okay.
Nice.
Got some books. Got some information. Normal stuff.
Ooh. Nice.
Deacon, do you feel conflicted at all about books now that you're trying to become the sage of the forest? Does it hurt you at all if trees are cut down to make books?
Well, as part of cycle of life of Deku Tree, inevitably we all become house or furniture or something. So it's kind of just something I have learned to accept. He is only partially kidding. Somebody told him that early on, and he has believed that's part of the cycle of life ever since. Anyway, so as honestly, even as just a Deku scrub, I like trees, but I'm not a druid, so I'm okay with it for now. Might change once the official ceremony is, though. Maybe I'll be able to talk to them or something, and I'll have to hear them yell, which would be unpleasant.
Damn trees had it coming.
Anyway.
Yeah, the trees probably complain a lot if you really know how to listen to them.
Probably. It must get boring.
No, not really.
Are you saying
That's true.
Trees are not good conversationalists?
Leto, since you are a druid, I mean, how are they? I mean, Deku actually looks like he's thinking about this a little too hard now. Like he's very curious. He's like, I never thought about that, but you have been able to awaken trees and stuff, and you have we have talked to plants for a while. I think we both did. What are trees usually like?
Well, in theory, I've actually never talked to one, but I think they would be interesting.
Gotcha. Well, they have plenty of layers, so I guess that gives them a lot.
Trees are like ogres.
Exactly.
Yeah. Deacon, there's a good joke in there someplace if you can just workshop it a little bit.
I gotta work on that. Doing my best out here. Anyway, I'm really trying to work on the all bark and no bite, but I just can't find a way. Tragic. Anyway, so yeah, I did want to ask, did you guys have anywhere you wanted to head immediately? I mean, just now that we're together and stuff, did you guys want to head straight for the fire temple to drop some of these off, or did you guys want to head somewhere else first? Sorry if you mentioned, I didn't hear it. I apologize.
Well, now that we're together, we got some books getting ready to be made for you, Gully.
Ooh.
I hope that helps.
Oh, really?
I don't know what you found, but Zelda said any that you really kind of want, you just have to get made duplicates. Should take a little while.
Oh, that's perfect. Awesome. Yeah, and here's what I've got so far. And he pulls out the little crate that he's got full of books.
Okay. So in theory, we should go back to Zelda now and tell her which ones we actually need.
Perfect.
All right. So, all right. So you make your way back to the castle, and well, you know what? At this point, I would say that since all four of you walk in,
Mhm.
and Zelda kind of like looks upon you. At this point, they're kind of like, her and Kato are having a private conversation over something, and she looks up and she sees all four of you standing now beside, in front of her, and she's like, "Well, Leto and Stefan, you didn't actually have to prove to me that they were okay. I took you at your word."
But there's actually more business that, in theory, help with the business that we were talking about before. Now we have the actual business that would help solve that business. Because Gully is here now.
Yes, I can absolutely see that Gully is here now, and what business?
The books.
Oh, the books. Okay, yeah. You have some information on what you would like.
Gully does. I don't know. I haven't really looked through his stack of books yet.
Okay, well,
he's got a crate full, so actually help narrow down what we kind of still need.
She looks at Gully carrying both Deacon and a crate of books. She's like, all right, Sage Gully. What books would you like for us to make for you?
And then he goes down the list of each specific series and volume that he's missing, and lets her know, those are the ones that he would like to obtain.
Okay.
Oh, don't forget, Gully. You can also do other books that you didn't find. So if there's something else, you can get those too.
No. This is good for now. This will be a good start.
Good for that.
I'm sure you guys will help me think of other, additions and things that we should add to the library as we, go about our business. But I think this will be a good, healthy start.
Okay, so Zelda.
I still don't think we found any. You didn't find any dating books, you said, right?
No. I did not.
Out there.
Also, I've been brainstorming this. I came up with a name for your people. A good one.
His cultist?
We're not going to call them that. We're going to call them
His followers.
the Flame Crests.
I did have a name for them. I just need to find the document.
Okay, then go with that. Just in case, Flame Crest is an idea.
Gotcha.
Let's see.
Let me go back over here.
I'm gonna make a quick note on that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the best name. If he can't remember what he called them, like Flamecrest to me feels more memorable than a name I don't know.
All right. I'm
Comment, Sage, Forest.
Hey, Leto, what makes you so certain that they aren't cultists?
Because Gully said so.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, what is it that makes a cultist as opposed to like a person who likes a religion?
Okay.
Cultists, I think, are like diehards and they'll do anything and they'll die for the cause. Where
Wait,
Gully
wait,
has
wait.
followers who have free will.
Zelda chimes in on this. She ever so subtly leans over to your party and says, "It's the people that write the history."
Huh.
And you see like a little
Oh, you have
twinkle of
cultists
something in
decorated.
her eye.
Deacon takes this for absolute fact.
It has been proven fact throughout this entire campaign.
Absolutely, yes. That makes sense.
So it's like, golly, I can without a doubt reassure you that the members of your fire temple are not cultists.
I'm just thinking like Cultists of the Flame is an awesome name. Flame Crest sounds good too.
The
I've heard of
Crimson
that band.
Flame. The Crimson Flame is what I
Crimson Flame.
come up with.
Cultists of the Crimson Flame.
Yep. And as of now, I would be the Firebrand Evangelist.
Ooh.
Wait, I got that.
Nice.
Wait, okay. Firebrand Evangelist. Alright.
Let's see. I need to come up with some flame touch heralds.
Ooh.
And these are going to be the messengers who can use telepathy and other magical means to communicate with potential recruits and people out and about.
Cool.
Got it. Sounds awesome.
And I need to start printing up some fire starting flyers. And this is going to be pamphlets and leaflets that contain information about the temple and invites more people to join.
That does sound pretty heat appropriately, my man.
What are new members called? Is there a special name for them?
Embers.
Sure, we'll call them Embers.
Got it. Embers are new recruits. Got it. By the way, Gully, I'm marking these. I'm writing these things down in your Fire Sage log.
Okay, perfect.
So you have access to that. You can edit any of this as you see fit. But that's where it's located.
Fire Sage Law. Oh, up there. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
good. Because I do have some. You know what? I have some things that I can go ahead and pop in there right now. Actually, wait.
Very nice.
Doesn't look like it'll let me edit. Nope. I can't edit.
Can be edited by. All right, there we go. Now you should be able to edit it.
All right. So here we go. We're gonna add in all of this, just so you can see what I've kind of got planned out.
Gotcha.
Actually, I'll just put all this in there.
Huh? All right, so while you're uploading that, Zelda receives your list of needed books for the library, and she's like, "Wow, this is a fairly extensive list for a conversation we just had about 10 minutes ago." So she's like, "Would you like me to prioritize anything, or would you like me to just kind of, would you like to just receive it as it comes?" Cuddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was.
I know. I know you. I know. I have you doing that right now.
I'm sorry. What was that?
She looked at the list. The list of all the books that we are missing the volumes. She asked you. She's like, "Well, would you like me to prioritize certain volumes over other ones, or would you just like me to just give the list to my scribes to copy as they see fit, and get them to you when they can.
I would like to prioritize any of the first editions, volume number 1 that we're missing.
Good call. I like that. I'm gonna add that noted.
And then they can fill in from there after those are complete.
Prior. During production. Okay. Noted. That is good. Yeah, we are missing a number of volume 1s. That is good. Okay, got it. And by the way, as I'm not like unveiling all of these books, at once. I'm not just gonna mega drop them like that. But as a note, since we have obtained and assuming that everybody has read the OSHA pamphlet, that specifically prevents people from hurting themselves while doing jobs around the temple. So
Okay.
that is the first unveiling that we have. Actually, let me write. I'm gonna write that down. I'm doing good with making.
Hey, Puck.
Yes.
How long is it going to be before we can expect you to publish a copy of the OSHA pamphlet for us on the Discord server?
Oh, hell no. I'll post a link to the OSHA website.
No, I think we should have a canonized version of our own. Preferably written by one of the gods themselves.
I absolutely nominate Stuffin to do that.
Okay. I'll do that. Actually, if I have time in my life, I will totally do that. And I apologize you're about to get.
Listen, I don't ever ask for anything that I don't expect won't happen, and by putting it out there, I'm like, I accept the consequences.
All right. There we go. Now I can edit. Okay. I actually had to leave Roll20 and come back. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Save changes. All right, I popped everything in there.
Awesome. All right.
And I think everyone can see it, right?
No, just you.
Okay. And you. So there you go.
Yeah.
So now you can take a look at it.
All right, let's see what we got here.
I want to say way back when I thought I popped that into chat as well.
Oh, this is really cool. Oh, I really want to talk about this. But I want to bring this up during a chat session. I was not expecting this. This is really fucking cool. All right, so you know what? Oh no, it is viewable by all players. In Player's Journal, all players. Yeah, so everybody should be able to see this, but only me and Gully can alter it. Okay, so just to check on that, you guys can see the Fire Sage log towards the top of the journal.
So there's the bio type area that we can read, and then there's also the actual detail thing that we can't read. So we can't read everything that was put in there, but we can read the titles and stuff that you were writing, if you get what I mean.
Okay. Well, Gully had just uploaded that, so he uploaded the.
Yeah, literally, I just uploaded. So
yeah,
maybe I'll refresh. Sorry, let me
you might need to refresh. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Where can we find a link to this? I don't think I have this.
If you
go
go
to the character page.
Yeah. Oh no, not
Roll20.
Yeah. Yeah, the third tab over the journal page. It should be.
Should be the first thing you see up there. Fire Sage log.
Yes. All right. Just to check again. Somebody give me a yes that they can see it. Besides Gully.
I see something. It's pretty short.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's like a
It's-
GM only layer, and then there's like
And-
the bio.
6 temple members, including Barb and Saul.
Huh.
Kakariko
Okay.
Village.
Let's see.
Members, new recruits. That's just where it ends. There's about a dozen lines. Maybe
Yeah.
less.
See, step 7, expand your influence all the way through.
Yeah, step
Right,
1,
can
find your fire starter. Step 2, establish a sacred site. Step 3. So I
I can't see any of that,
I don't see
oh,
any steps.
and I refresh my page and stuff too.
Huh.
Hmm.
That's
Interesting.
weird.
Do you know what?
But you see it,
I
Leo.
can see
I can
it.
see it.
I can see it if I drag my cursor down and it highlights everything. I think there's
That
like
is
an issue with the
weird.
color of the text. Like the color of the text is the same as the
Oh
background
yeah,
for me, so I
oh,
can't
shit,
see it.
yeah. That's because
So
I'm on
weird.
dark mode. That's really funny.
I'm
Oh.
not on
Yeah.
dark mode. I took that junk off. It didn't look
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I'm not in
That
dark mode
makes
either.
perfect sense.
Let me see. If I put on dark mode, does it disappear? Let's see. Yep, it's all gone.
Rip in peace. Okay, that's good to
All right.
know. That's hilarious.
Freaking dark mode.
Okay. So,
Damn,
so
that's
Wow.
hysterical.
okay, so I
That
just
is
put on dark mode
hilarious.
so people can see what we're talking about, and this was the initial thing that I had written, and then beneath it was everything that Gully had seen. So we can't see it now in dark mode, but if I highlight it, you can see. So let me turn off dark mode again. So yes, this is why nobody could see it, because this is how it looks in dark mode. So I take off dark mode, and everything's back. Yes. So okay, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, and I still gotta do the
That's
upgrade.
hilarious.
That's really interesting.
Roll 20. Get your junk together.
It's for real.
Mm.
You know, you're anyway. Yeah. Okay. So we have our books that we have. We have our books that Zelda Scribes will be creating duplicate copies of from the Royal Library, and we have the steps for Gully's Guide for the Fire Temple, Order Formation, the Order of the Crimson Flame. So the 5 steps, the 7 steps of being in the Fire Temple. Yes. Okay. Got it. Okay. So,
Yep. We're gonna expand. We're gonna have bars and shops across the land. Yes.
don't make me run any more businesses. I'm juggling too many.
Oh, God. You won't actually have to run them. They just exist.
Okay.
Not yet. We haven't established them yet.
Yes. Well, what might be more manageable from my standpoint is if when we collect all of the appropriate volumes, that creates like a site. Like, for example, we have like a book on agriculture. So we might not have a lot of crop fields inside the Fire Temple. So this agriculture, the agricultural site will be somewhere near or adjacent to the Fire Temple. And we'll just kind of note that it's there and the effect that it has. Like, kind of like
Cool.
simplify it a little bit so it is manageable. Because there's lots of books.
No worries.
Yes. Okay. So all right. So we talk about this, and Zelda's like, well, now that I have visual proof that that the party is currently unharmed, and you're all in high spirits and good health, and she takes a moment, as anybody with a passive over like 13 can see that she kind of like takes a quick darting glance at Stuffin's feet when she says that everyone is in good health. And kind of like darts back and continues to her conversation. And she's like, and just, in case you're wondering, Rudo's doing okay. She's settling in. She is protected, and as I'm sure you got the impression, she is being expertly guarded under a watchful eye, just as promised.
Nice. Good to hear that. Good to hear that.
Yes. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
No, our queen, you are always more than helpful and gracious.
Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Same to you. All right. So, where to? Where is the next leg of the journey?
Well, do you want to go deposit that? Oh, sorry, Lito, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna ask Stuffin. You still need to make the ring then? Or do you want to still make the ring?
I'd like to. I think it's a good way to get into Ill's good graces.
Okay.
I don't know, like, is this like a whole day activity? My concern is it's a whole day activity that I'm going to fail many times over before I'm successful. So
I doubt it would be a full day activity, but there may be some failures, especially since we're dealing with magical construction.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't I roll once and see if I get it, and if I don't, I don't. And then we'll just kind of move on.
Okay.
Makes sense.
You're making a ring, which would be considered jewelry. I do have proficiency with jeweler's tools. Maybe I could assist you with this?
Oh, that's an excellent idea. Which would be even better if I was rolling a d20. I think I'm rolling a d12, so I don't know how that's over.
Okay. So, well, the first thing we need to do, we do not have... Do we have the material? And also keep in mind, we can... Your store has funds. Not a huge amount of funds. But we can, because it is a fairly new store. Okay, so right now we have 39 gold. I'm saying gold because I'm dealing with... I'm going to make the conversion to rupees at the end. So right now...
quick question.
Yeah.
What is the ring going to... What material do you want the ring to be made of?
I believe it was gold. But
the cheapest material there is.
The cheapest material to flatter a king.
Well, I tell you what, I have 5 iron rings that I wear with runes that I've put place on them. I can give you one of my iron rings, and you can do whatever you like with it. But it is not gold. I'm sorry.
I think the magical would be more than enough, King, even if it wasn't.
That's true.
Oh wait, I have a silver ring. No idea what the silver ring is for, so hey, I've got a silver ring that you can have.
I think I know what that is.
Oh, do you? Uh-oh.
You're going to have to give me a second on this, because that is a massive throwback, if that's what I think it is.
Yeah, I've got a silver ring that I have, and yeah, I've got a silver ring.
Probably worth to detect magic on this stuff to make sure none of it's anything valuable.
That might be worth doing. Yeah.
I'm
hey, Lito, you want to do a little identify on this before I just get rid of it for some costume jewelry makeage?
I don't actually have the spell identify.
No.
Oh, I do. Hi.
Oh,
Okay.
Deacon, awesome, our savior.
Hmm.
Can you do a little identify on this?
I nod and I take out my pearl, and I hold it in one hand, and then I I touch the ring, for a minute. I'm casting it with a spell slot, and yeah, I cast identify.
Okay.
Okay. And now we just need to give Puck a little bit more time to go through his notes.
Yes. So what this is? Oh my God. This Gully. I'm assuming that this ring is a little bit high on your inventory list.
It is.
Yes.
It is. Yeah,
Okay.
it's up there. Yeah.
This is exactly what I think it is, and I'm right now going through my old notes to try to remember the function of how we did this.
Uh-oh. Yeah, because it's pretty high up there. It's even above the wing sandals that I have.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, so the way that I'm wording this, because this is such an old item, Leto and Deacon, do you know what we're dealing with right here?
I
It's
really
one of the
hope
rings.
it's.
Go ahead.
It's what?
Sorry, I mean, I was gonna say. I mean, it's one of the. Is one of those like stat boosting ones.
It is, but it is the second iteration of it. So it's
Yeah,
not like
the proficiency, the little like skill booster. Like
yes,
little, yeah.
yes.
Damn, kind of like. Oh, damn.
So
That could be perfect. But oh, sorry, I'll let you talk.
it very much could be. So to everyone else now, what we have is the primary iteration of these rings, and these rings have been mentioned in this campaign fairly recently. These are the rings that we found on when we were in the Forest Temple, and we found those two bodies. One was the Goron Rocky, and the other was not pertinent to this conversation. So when we looked at Rocky's body, it was specifically noted that there were a number of broken rings that looks like they had been magic that no longer had magic in them. And this is probably the last potential existing ring like this. So in the first generation of these rings, they boosted skills. Oh wait, I brought that up.
I think you mean attribute scores for the first one.
Yes. They boosted attribute score, so people could have like massive strength, massive whatever, and it became a series of broken magical items. So I reworked them, and rather than giving a bonus to stats, it gave a bonus to abilities. So we're gonna roll for
Charge
this.
complete.
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to have Gully simply roll a 20, and depending on the number, we're going to see what we're dealing with. 14. Okay, so 14 is a stat boost. All right, let me bring up a character sheet so I can get the numbers right. All right, so you found it that is definitely a magical ring, and I should stop doing things like that on the. There we go, back on my GM screen.
Where everyone can see.
Yeah, exactly. And as a side note, usually always when I play like in person in real life, I almost never use a GM screen. So seeing behind the GM screen is fine too. All right, so I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so we have 18 skills. The way this is going to work is I'm going to have you roll another d20, not yet, and And the way it's going to be is a 3 is going to be acrobatics, and then every number higher is going to be associated with that skill. If you roll a 1 or a 2, let's just say it will not add to a skill. Actually, you know what? If you roll a 1 or 2, I'm going to have you roll again because it's already acknowledged. So this is going to be a +1 ring with a roll of a 14. And give me a d20 to see which skill it improves. So excited for this. All right, so let me see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nature. All right, so that ring gives a +1 to nature checks. Yeah. And yes, I would like to also reiterate that this is a very rare ring, and it is most likely not one of a kind, but the last
The only
of its
kind.
Yes.
Damn.
So, I believe I have given you all pertinent information on this ring and the history of the ring and the functionality of the ring. I'm happy to answer any questions pertaining to any aspect of it, if you have any questions.
So yeah, Stefan, I have these 5 iron rings. You can definitely have one of these if you like.
Nice.
That's fucking great.
They say like a fairy's best friend is silver.
Mm.
So, I mean, you don't have anything in silver, is what you're telling me, huh?
Well, I do have this silver ring that I just had.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Deacon
Put out my
identify,
name and grab it. No.
but yeah, I don't think this is the one that we should probably use in this situation. We should probably go buy a silver ring if you want to use silver.
Nah.
I really don't think he's worth it, guys. We could just tell him, hey, we're doing this. I think we really don't have to, like, give him anything that's actually good. I feel like
great.
It's unnecessary, you know what I mean? We don't really need him to love us. We just need him to, like, sign up for the gig, you know?
Maybe you're right. Yeah, but like, you know why like so many people love hot dogs?
No.
What?
Why people love hot dogs?
Do tell.
People love hot dogs because they're like greasy and they just slide right down your throat so easily.
Oh, that just sounds disgusting the way you describe it.
What?
You're filled up
Why
right
would you
away,
eat
and
a
you get that
dog?
like nice little. But like this ring, this is like the grease on a hot dog. Right? We
You wanna
need to
eat
grease
it?
the hot dog so it just slides down his throat nice and easily. And he's like, "Yeah, cool, do whatever you want, dude." That's what
Or
the
he
ring
could
is.
choke on it, and that would be okay too.
He wants Lito's sister dead, bro. He's not a good dude.
Oh, maybe we give him a cursed ring. I don't know.
I'm on board. I know just the one.
Or
No, you destroyed it.
I know. I'm just taking the piss, man.
Or somewhere in my mind, a little thing told me that maybe we don't even have to get his permission. Maybe we just have to get the people of Zora's domain permission.
Yeah, could try that.
Specifically said monarch.
Yes, well,
You can't make monarchs all go away. I mean, even if they're assholes, they're there, and the people like look to them for power. So you either need to find someone new to put in power, and you know, there's one Zoran that I know that would probably be great in a position of power, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to do it.
Udo can't do it yet. He's still kind of not alive.
That's not who I was thinking of.
I don't have any other brothers or sisters. Well, I have a fiend, but he's not on this plane of existence. And
So, yeah, I mean, we could just roll a random die to see what we do to this guy. Oh,
I mean, it's more that I think we just need to just be relatively straight with him, to be honest. I mean, honesty is the best policy in a way, right? I mean, obviously we don't say, hey, that person you want dead is there, but like, you know,
why don't we?
like,
Another idea. Just throwing it out there. Ikun, you still have message, right? Or sending?
I'm so sorry, Lito, my headset cut out. I didn't hear what you said.
Right. You still have sending, right?
Yeah, I got that.
So maybe you send a message to Norn to be like, hey, we have this person that wants to be the new water sage, and you ask Il yay or nay. We'll contact you in like 20 minutes.
Bet, I'm doing that. I'm pretty sure that's less than 25 words, so I send exactly that.
You can also
Okay.
send a long raspberry at the end after you say ill.
All right. So
can you send emojis through this?
Can I send emojis through this? I will
Yes.
communicate entirely in emojis, just like I do in real life, Puck.
yes, but you have to say the actual what the emoji is. So if it's like a smiley face, you actually have to say like colon close parentheses.
I'm sold. I'll do it. I will absolutely do that. Okay.
Okay, so just kind of like how'd that go again?
So, hey, Norin, smiley face. We have a new water sage who will be great. Heart eyes. Ask Il for opinion. There we go. That's the best I got.
All right, and okay, so as
sorry. Instead of opinion, say approval. Thank you.
approval. Okay, okay. So I got this mechanic working correctly. Gully, as a note, I have added the mod for the ring. So right now, your nature check, like the ring is equipped by you. Before your nature was a +9, now it's a +10. So if you check it out, like go over to your ring and uncheck it, you'll see that it adjusts your nature modifier, skill modifier. Okay.
Alright. Okay.
I love when I get.
Where do
I
we
love when
go?
I do nerdy shit like that, and it works.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Did we just invent a new spell, by the way? Like a send emoji spell?
Kinda. I mean,
Hell
you
yeah.
Just
did.
invented emojis.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
I'm with it.
I'd like to point out that yes, you did, but you did it in a less effective way. Because in order to send a smiley face emoji, you have to say : capital P.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Because
That-
we're
Gotcha.
old, right?
Oh.
that takes
Oh.
up
If we're Gen
3
Alpha,
words.
we would have had this. We're just old fogies
Damn.
trying to feel like
Listen, Gen Alpha
Hi.
don't know shit about OG emojis.
we're like sending 6-7 at the end of the sending spell just because we know that other people get special. We don't know what it means.
You're
I
like,
will use my uwu smiley face at every available opportunity. You can't stop me. I have the power.
you're like, hey, ill. A equals capital D. All right.
No.
Yes.
Snow.
So the reply comes after a few minutes. And what comes back is him saying, so apparently Il doesn't care about the Water Temple Sage, but maybe he could be persuaded by something more intimate.
Isn't I don't care, just do what you want with...
Basically.
So,
I don't care does
or
not
do you mean
do
don't care for?
No. So pointing this out, it is not stating that you don't need to be in opposition with the monarch. It's stating you must get approval from the monarch. And so when from the alternate standpoint, when somebody simply like sends a message and it's like, hey, go tell your king I'll do the thing that he wasn't even thinking about before you started talking to him. Like
fair enough.
He's gonna be like, I got shit to do. Like, I don't know who you're talking to, but, tell them to go eat dirt.
Fair enough.
Come back to when they want to make an honest effort.
Understood.
Did he say more intimate?
Oh, God. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He did. Okay. So, Duffin's going to go to the lingerie store.
Oh, God damn it. There's the thumbnail.
I'll pay for it. Excellent.
I'm texting this to myself so I don't forget it.
People who are not on the Discord server should be on the Discord server. There's some amazingly funny stuff going on.
Oh, God. Okay, so tell me about this lingerie store now that I've...
All right.
Tell me about this intimacy.
Listen, I've said it as a joke, but I'm totally willing to go through with it. Take 90. All the way.
Hell yeah.
I know that. I'm taking a moment to check out Cataclysm chat. Oh, God. All right. So, yes. Fuck it. Let's go. You want to go to a lingerie store? Let's go to a lingerie store.
Let's see it, boys.
I mean, yeah.
This is the part where Leto guides me away while shielding my eyes.
I also am shielding my eyes. Leto doesn't know anything about this stuff. Like, doesn't wear underwear, so it's like, you know what this does? Yes, it smells girly in there.
Okay, so as you start to wander around to look for a lingerie store, you come to the center of town where Keysman is. And he's selling his fruit on he has this little fruit stand. And there's not a whole lot of fruit on it today. But instead, in this video, there seems to be some type of like model layout. Like you can see a couple small houses, a couple small buildings, really just a tiny village. And as you get closer to it, you realize that there is it's actually a perfectly shrunken down replica of Hyrule Castletown. Like, you can see the fountain, you can see stuff in the jewelry shop, you can see Cedos, you can see the gate where the castle goes, you can see everything. But something something piques your interest as being not really there in the town. It's a big, well, it's a red building. In the front of it looks like an open mouth of, could possibly be a red moblin, maybe. And the sign on it reads Dante's Inferno Lounge. And you can see that Keysman has a couple of like little miniatures, and he's basically pretending that that he's living in this town that he's actually living in, by the way. But he starts like, every time he picks up a person he talks to, he uses like a really high-pitched voice, like, "Hi, how's your day today?" And then the other person, he picks up another piece and he goes, "Oh, you know, work is work." And he's just like making really weird conversations like this. But that Dante's Inferno Lounge just really catches your eye as he continues to play with this this thing. What would you like to do?
Lito, I think you feel like the wise one here.
Yes.
Yeah. Lost. No idea. Surprised you didn't talk me out of the whole lingerie thing, to be quite honestly. But
No.
you think it's a good idea. Clearly it is.
Well,
although maybe Gully's the one that should know about the fire lounge.
Oh.
Maybe that's where he finds more follower embers.
Well, stuff it. What exactly are you buying this for?
I don't know. He said something intimate. This is what Deacon said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't wear underwear, and I'm a Zora, so you're gonna buy underwear for a king who's also a Zora.
Oh, true.
I mean, that's why I expected you to talk me out of it 5 minutes ago.
I was wondering
Oh,
what
no.
you were actually who are you gonna give it to?
I
I wasn't sure if you were gonna be like, I'm gonna get a new pair and then show him, and that'll make him be like,
Sure,
get out.
I
pay
was
the
supposed to
sage.
give it to him, or I was supposed to
I
wear
don't
it for him.
I don't know. He might like that.
Yeah,
Or
it's
he
very
might just be
confusing, isn't it?
Or he might just be like, you know what, get the hell out of here. I never want to see you again. And you'll be like, I should become the sage. And be like, yes, go be the sage and never come back. And there you go.
Honestly, the only ruler I think I've ever really known is Zelda. She seems a lot less like head crazy than some of the other rulers I've heard of.
Yes.
Zelda is
Pretty
pretty
sure.
chill.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't want you to bring underwear to her.
Have you tried?
Let's go. Go up to. Is it Keysman? You said.
Keysman.
Yep.
Hey there, buddy. What's that? Is that like a new store you're planning or something?
Oh no, that's just I don't know, it looks cool. I mean, I came to work today to sell some fruit and turn around and stole it.
You didn't build it yourself?
Yep.
And is it a real thing that we could visit? Can we go to the Inferno? We're looking for embers. It seems like Government Inferno would be a good place to find embers.
And he's like, yeah, I mean, I mean, this guy told me there was like a secret password to get in, but I tried to figure it out, and he called me a name, and I haven't seen him since.
Mystery.
Describe the guy.
Well, I mean, he was really small. he looked kind of weird and gross, but like, and then like as he's talking, like a tiny, well, it would be a normal size for an insect, but an insect kind of like crosses the path, and he's like, look, that's the first hint.
An insect crawling
Yeah,
is the first hint.
yeah. And then he takes his thumb and he like points to himself very like eagerly, and he says, "And I'm the second clue." And it just so happens that there's a big old purple stain on his shirt where he like goes and puts his thumb, like oblivious to the fact that his shirt is actually stained. It just by coincidence it just lands that way.
Excellent.
And he's like,
Perfect episode.
yes. And he's like, and that's the password. I don't know what the password is, but that's the password.
Is it Don't Bug Keysman?
And he waits for something to happen, and nothing happened. He goes, nah, it was more like a name or something.
Oh.
I said it was like roach shirt, and apparently that was wrong.
Bug purple stain.
And he pauses again. No, that's not it.
Insect, slovenly guy who doesn't take care of his clothing.
I tried that one too. But no.
Income stain?
No. Check chat.
Sorry, Puck, I'm too young for that movie. I don't know what it is.
Are you fucking kidding me? What?
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice?
Yes. All right. So upon saying the word Beetlejuice,
Oh.
big purple stain, cockroach, Dante's Inferno.
Been 20 years, man.
I know.
Please.
I know. You know what? It took me way too long to realize that when those spikes came, what it meant when those spikes came out of his body when he saw the club. I was like, oh, it means he's horny.
Excellent.
So anyway, so like initially after saying that, you don't feel any, you don't notice any change, but you notice that that Keysman is gone, and it gets really quiet around the town. And then you see, then you recognize that there is this like luminous red blinking light coming from the northwestern part of town. Excuse me again. And now you can see the Dante's Inferno Lounge looking appropriately life-sized. And you realize very quickly that you are now on the board in front of Keysman.
Ooh. I'm a Minish now. Guess.
Well, I guess I would say...
Picori!
So what is your first course of action?
I think yelling Picori Picori is my first course of action.
Fair.
I loved that game. I checked my pockets to see if my stuff came with me.
It did. It did.
Tiny versions of my stuff. I love it.
Everything that you had with you, as you kind of give yourself like the once over like padding of the body and everything, all of you, all of your inventory is still with you.
Excellent.
So, since you shrink down, there's really not a whole lot of, as I said, like the town itself feels really quiet. You're not picking up any ambient noise or anything from the actual Hyrule Castle town around you. You can kind of really only, in fact, as you like look up towards the sky, where you would know that you see Keysman, you wouldn't actually see Keysman. Like there you don't see a larger town walking around. You're able to tell from his sudden absence and the absence and the appearance of the lounge that this is what has happened.
Hey. I would like to take out one of my rations and nibble on a comically small cookie.
Sure.
Sorry.
As you continue to get your surroundings and everything, that beetle that you saw walking by, you see walking off in the distance, and it looks absolutely massive.
Cool. Ooh, that's our boss fight for the session, boys.
And you hear a voice behind you go, "Oh man, is that thing really big, or are you guys really small?"
Huh? Did Keysman come with us?
You turn around?
Yes, I turn around.
You turn around. There's just this really unkept-looking, raggedy-haired. There's something about him that looks somewhat familiar. But
I'm sorry, guys. Hey, I'm kind of whispering. He just asked us like the stupidest question ever. He doesn't know the difference between big and small, and he looks kind of like a hippie. Is the word I want to say? Like he doesn't even watch us. I think this is a bad guy. I think we should go.
That makes sense. I do like 1,000-yard stares for a second as he thinks of the last stinky person that was a part of his party. But yeah,
So this guy he's wearing kind of like business casual attire that doesn't really fit too well. Again, like specifically his eyes. There's something very familiar about his eyes, and the reason that I'm wording it that way is because his hair is like long and scraggly and matted, and his beard comes, his beard is longer than Stuffin's. Like it kind of comes down maybe an extra like 3 buttons further than Stuffin's beard comes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the guy looks like he's maybe had a bad way, but
So he's what race?
He looks Hylian. I mean, it's kind of a stretch, but he looks Hylian by default. Like he's definitely not Kokiri, definitely not Deku Scrub, definitely not Zoran Goron or Gerudo. So simply by default, he has the appearance of a Hylian. He has the presence about him, like he is unnecessarily optimistic. he appears to be very cheery, but nothing to warrant the cheeriness.
Mm-hmm. Do I recognize him at all?
The eyes you do. The eyes you do.
Can we roll something to see where these eyes, like why they're from?
What would you like to know about them? And I'll give you a roll.
I mean, I think like insight. Like, why do they look so familiar? Are they like? Do they remind me of someone else? Is really what I want.
Okay. Well, okay. I'll give you like a series of rolls, and you tell me what you want to roll. How's that? Okay. We could do insight, and insight would be, insight would be more why he appears to be how he appears to be. We could do a history check to see if you've actually met this person before. We can do an arcana check to see if what you're witnessing is any type of magical illusion.
What color are his? I'm sorry. It's not my turn.
Well, I will say, you know what? I don't believe that this answer is canonized, so I'm going to do that. He has blue eyes.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Let me just take a quick check to see if I can justify any other history, insight.
Investigation.
I'll investigate. I feel like investigation is more like surrounding area looking for something. Perception. You know what? Investigation would be like if you're looking for anything on his person that would give clues to who or what he is. Perception is just his general appearance and things that might seem familiar. And medicine check to try to get some insight into his medical condition as to like what's going on with that. And everyone can make their own check. So, upwards of 4 checks coming down the way.
I'm going to roll insight. It just feels right to me.
Okay.
Let's see what I get. I got, 21 total.
21 total. I am... Well, all right. 21 total, I'm going to tell you the answer. But I want everyone else to do it before I unveil everything. If we get multiple checks that will unveil, I'll mush it together. So we'll do all our checks and we'll do everything in one shot. All right. So insight, absolute success. We are going to have a resolution to this. What other checks do we want to make?
Yeah, I gotta think about that one. I mean, it's kind of silly, but I'm really tempted for my check to just be like, "Who are you?" Like, just straight up ask him.
Well, that's not even a check. That's just a question, which you are absolutely allowed to do.
That's kind of what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay,
I mean, you could do like a persuasion or something. I don't know.
That's kind of what I was thinking, but I don't know. I thought.
Well, you know what? Yeah. Actually, that's good. Give me persuasion, and I'll factor that roll into the answer.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay.
$31.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. All right. Gully and Lido. Now, also keep in mind, each individual check will reveal a different aspect of the situation. So you're very much going to figure out who this person is, but that might create more questions than answers. So you might want this to be as well-rounded as possible. So we have our persuasion. We have our insight. Leto and Gully, what would you like to check on the matter? If anything.
Wow.
And at this point, there are no failed rolls.
Insight, persuasion. I don't know. Maybe some history will help. I don't know.
All right. That's an excellent choice. Give me a history check. All right. Oh my god. We are going to blow something so old. That is the theme of this episode. Just old shit getting brought up. Oh my god.
Yay. Okay. All things old, brought anew.
That's right. All right. So rounding out the thing, we have Leto. Leto, what are you going to contribute to this monologue that I'm about to do?
He's unkempt, raggedy hair,
Mm-hmm.
casual business attire, has a beard, and he's Hyrulean. What color is his clothes?
Kind of beige-ish. I mean, they look a little dirty, but they're more like, they look like if they were clean, that they'd be sort of like a tan. He has he's wearing like a tie, but the tie is not. It's not like pulled up tight. It's kind of loosened around the neck, and it's like it's a solid color with like little tiny like with a general pattern embroidered onto it. But his essentially beige pants, white shirt, and a tie. No jacket.
Have a wild guess.
You're probably not wrong. But do you want to make a check before we get into that?
Or I will examine him further with a perception check, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Nice, 16.
All right, 60.
Lowest number.
You know what? Well, there's no bad rolls here. Okay, so as I said, you turn around and you see this awkward gentleman standing behind you, and you know, kind of like it starts off with general conversation because you're partially like less interested in what he's saying and more interested in how you can coax this feeling of familiarity that is like just hanging over your head out of him. And you know, so Leto, first, you kind of like acknowledge that his physical appearance is that he appears to be some type of office worker. and Gully, this guy, he's not only familiar, but once you realize why he's familiar, you recognize that the familiarity, you've known him for a very long time. In fact, I would say that you've even specifically known him back as far as your days working for the Hyrulean Guard, for the Hylian Guard. And I'm sorry, Stefan, what kind of check did you make? I forgot what your actual check was.
Insight?
Oh, sorry, I forgot I was muted. Insight.
Insight, okay. Yeah, okay. So insight reveals that you have met this guy, and but you don't say anything, as verbally Deacon is the first one to chime in. And he's like, just very bluntly, who are you?
Yeah.
He's like, me?
Perfect.
You know who I am. You've met me so many times before. And he's like, well, maybe not me, but the other me. You know, the other part of me you've met before.
I knew it.
Say it.
It's Andy. It's cool Andy Belfleur, isn't it?
No.
Motherfucker. Alright, I got nothing then.
But close. But you start to, as it clicks who it is, you, Deacon, you start to word out the name, and as you're wording it out, Stuffin sees you word it out,
Quartermaster,
and with a puzzled reply,
Ogdenfofferman? No. Bill Smith?
As you're reading Deacon's lips, you start to sound it out loud for how you think that what he's saying, and you unintentionally utter the words Bradford?
Wait, but he... Oh no.
I'm going to give you a second to unwrap this. And his head darts over to stuff. It's like, how'd you know my name? I didn't tell you my name.
What can I say, Bradford? You just look like a Bradford.
And he kind of pulls on his
love
yeah.
The name Bradford.
Bradford, that's me, good old Bradford.
You look so familiar to me, Bradford.
And in excitement, he kind of takes his hands and runs them through his hair, pushing all this disheveled hair away from his eyes. And that is where you see it. That is when everything sinks in.
Bradford, I thought you were dead.
No, undead. Well, he's undead. I'm Bradford. I'm the part of me that is sort of dead, but not dead. I'm the part that is no longer him. That is me. That makes him undead, but me still me. Make sense?
You're the phylactery?
No.
You're where the...
Oh, I'm no phylactery. I'm Bradford.
Insight check.
There one, but that makes...
Yeah, give me an insight check. Insight check 17. Very good.
Can I give
check.
an inspiration?
Absolutely.
D12.
So 28 now.
28. You'll love to see it.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt, he is being completely honest with you. Excuse me.
Why are you dead?
I'm not. If I was dead, I'd be like this, and his head throws back, and he sticks his tongue out. He's like, ah. See, that's what I'd be like if I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm Bradford.
See. So, how did you guys get split?
He leans over real quick. He gets on his puts his hands on his haunches, and he gets really close to you, Deacon. He's like, magic.
I deserve that.
Bradford,
Yeah.
Bradford, this is important. Is there anybody else here besides us and you?
Yeah. There's some fine tail over there. And he points over to the Inferno Lodge.
Okay, is there another man by chance here?
Nah.
So it's
I
just
mean,
you and them.
I mean, listen, like, speaking from experience, they are who you want them to be. So, I mean, if that's, you just gotta be clear. I mean, one time I wasn't very clear, and I paid the price for it, believe me. But that's a story for another time. All I'm saying is,
I grab him by the tie and look at him dead in the face. Are you the only male, 100% that can't change anything here? Was anybody here before you?
no,
I
Are you sure?
no, but I'm largely sure.
So if you're
um
not in there, pointing to, Inferno, where do you normally stay?
Oh, I have my pick. I mean, it would be nice if the actual castle was here, but I mean, we got this building and that building, and he's like pointing to like all the shops, and you know, as a point of reference, Stefan's jewelry shop on this plane on this board is still the Royal Armory.
Yeah.
And
Treasury, you mean? The Royal Treasury?
the Royal Treasury, I'm sorry, yes, the Royal Treasury.
Gotcha.
So, that is a given your incredible rolls, throwing you a freebie. The fact that it is the Royal Treasury does indicate something.
I am going to turn into a giant eagle and go as high as I can, see if I can see the rich part of town is the rich part of the town, or it's still the old part of town.
So as you turn into a giant eagle, which is a giant eagle for comparable to your size, your current size, as you fly up to get a bird's eye view of what's going on, you notice that the exit ways for the north, south, west, and east, there is nothing beyond those gates.
Okay.
It is a completely self-contained thing. Like the board as you saw it before you went into it is all you have.
And it doesn't go all the way to the castle. It stops before the castle.
It stops right at the castle gate. There is nothing beyond the castle gate.
And so you can't get to the dungeon, you can't get to where Ken's is or anything like that.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure of that. I come back down and change.
There is the wait, actually wait, point of reference also, there Ken's Armory is a vacant building as well as
interesting.
And if I remember correctly, Cito's is a general store.
Well, Cito's was empty when I bought it.
Yes, but at
Other world,
time, it was a general store. In fact, no, wait, I'm mistaken. It wasn't a general store. It was a wagon shop. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was the one that you the guy fucking burned down, and then it became like empty space.
Yes. So I'm painting a very specific picture of a very specific time period.
So okay, here's the thing that I need to know. Does this imply the same is true for Rudo? I'm not saying that out loud for posterity. This carries that implication.
It does carry the implication. And
This is
I
what
have said multiple times, like throughout the course of this
there's a
campaign,
mechanism to it. No, I understand.
yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Well, no, but that Bradford and Rudo are the same type of undead, and up until right now in this moment, that is as far as we had left it. So yes, the connection that you're making is a without committing, it is a very reasonable conclusion to come to.
Okay, good to know. I'm gonna look at Lido, and I'm with my telepathic link from my aberrant mind sorcerer level, I'm just gonna go over with him like basically what we just discussed, and I'm gonna ask him if that's the page that he was on too.
Actually, no. I was worried that for some reason Anthony was here.
Belfleur?
Tony.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that would be sketchy as fuck. Oh shit! Yeah.
I didn't.
Also, if you didn't know, Puck, you only had to leave at 8 o'clock, so that's why he just popped off.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That means, okay. Is the actual general store there? In where we are now?
You know, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the current map of Hyrule Castletown, and I will note any changes. Hold on a second, just a quick sec. Because some things will be the same and some things will be different. All right. So zooming to fit. Okay. So the inn is still the inn. And let's see. We have over here the
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Good. I think in my time, if the general store is here, that's where we found the ring.
Oh.
The green ring.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds like a priority to check out then. Oh no.
It also means if Blink is here.
Bradford.
No, if.
Gotcha.
Blink could be here?
Gotcha. Sorry, okay. Yeah, it might be time to start seeing if we can find anybody else. Let me check and see if I have anything good for that.
So, as a note, where I'm pinging is where the Inferno Lounge is.
Which houses he's basically squatted in. Then we'll know if there are people actually in them.
Yeah, that's a good show. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. I'll look over at Bradford and just kind of echo the question. Like, is there anywhere that you've been? Like, have you met any other people outside of the present building, like, at all?
It's like, no, there's nobody
signs
here.
Of life. Like, what have you seen here, man?
Well, I mean, you know, again, I don't mean to keep bringing up the obvious, but there is the obvious. But that aside, there is
might have
nobody
to wait for Buck to finish what he's doing.
Oh fuck, my voice is out again.
Oh, I didn't see. Whoops.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Not popping up on our map.
Is that better?
Popping up on the GM layer.
Oh, hey, not gonna hear you.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I got my cut out again. Fuck, what was the question? Okay, so Bradford tells you, he goes like, you know, aside from the obvious, and I hate to keep bringing the obvious, but there's that. But discounting that, there is nobody here. However, every once in a rare while, I will come across like ghostly visages of what looks like things that either have happened in the past or may have happened in the future.
Oh.
I mean, I've lost a lot of the concept of time since I'm not with myself anymore. So things like that do
Right.
get a little hazy. But just like quick blips of like somebody walking through the street, or if I walk into a building, I'll have a shop owner. I'll hear the voice of a shop owner greeting me, but there's nobody else here. So kind of like weird. I mean, you get used to it after a while, but that's the closest thing that I can get to, actual regular other kinds of people that might be here.
That sounds terrifying.
At the start, but it's surprising what people can get used to.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But are the stores and stuff like empty when you walk in them, or?
Well, it's like, I mean, I'll show you. Come here, and he takes you over to the northeastern part of town, and he's like, "Come in here. Let me show you this." And he like throws open the door to the Royal Treasury, and there's no lights on. Like there are kind of like sources of illumination such as candles, but they are not radiating any light. Everything looks dark and dusty, but if you run your hand across it, whether it's the inventory or a shelf or even the floor or a counter, no dust comes off on your hand. Everything, but everything seems to have like a thin film of dust on it. And he goes, try to pick that up. And there's just like a nice looking ring, golden ring with a big, fat ruby on it. And,
very close. Very close.
I just fucking with you. And he goes, and he's like, try to pick it up. And who's going to try to pick it up?
I mean, I will. That sounds fun.
You're like, God damn it! It's like 3 more minutes with Gully. All right, so you go to pick up the ring, and of course it's a ring, so you approach it kind of gingerly and give it a little tug, and it doesn't move, and then you give it a harder pull, and then you climb up on the shelf it's on. You get the hardest grip you can. Is anybody going to help Deacon on this point?
It's a ring?
Yeah, it's just
I'll
a ring. All right. All right, so Stefan,
jewelry. Can't not investigate jewelry.
You come over to help Stefan, to help Deacon like pull this off, and right as both of you are giving your absolute 100%, the ring snaps, and as you both come tumbling to the ground, and as you can feel it in your hand, and as you open it up to look in your hand, you realize that the gold on the ring is painted, and the big fat emerald is nothing more than, in reality, a tiny piece of glass. And as you look at where the ring broke, because you have like the top half of the ring in your hand, as you look at the inside of it, it is nothing more than a piece of stone, and it's starting to sink in that, yes, like, this is from a specific point in time, but you are still inside a model of the town. It is not actual jewelry.
Interesting.
I think the moral of the story is that wealth always inside your heart, Deacon.
The riches are the friends you made along the way.
I unironically, yes.
Oh, shit. All right.
Interesting. Huh. So, Mr. Bradford, does that mean you remember what we said to him? Or is it like different brain?
Well, we're not connected. I mean, I'm sure that you've said things to him after when you said things to the other Bradford. When no, I wouldn't have heard anything. So also keep in mind that nothing you say to me is anything that the other Bradford will hear or retain or anything like that.
I am going to take out a oldie but a goodie, my Wand of Detection, which basically casts detect magic, and I will wave it and use a charge on it. And I want to see if there's any magic radiating from anywhere in this shop.
Everything lights up. Every inch,
including us.
Well, not you. Well, nothing like any radiating that would come off of you guys, you would expect and understand, and nothing outside of that. But everything in the shop lights up. You look out the window, every brick, every siding of it, like the entirety of this place lights up as magic.
If I can,
sorry. I mean, I'll tell you what it is, because I'm horrible at schools of magic. But this is as we've run into multiple times in this campaign, this is another like demi-plane pocket dimension, but it is a type of demi-plane pocket dimension that can exist in the physical world. Like, being that if Keysman, while you're doing this, if he picks it up and brings it into the Hyrulean, you would not know that you're being transported, but when you came out, you would be in the Hyrulean with Keysman. So it essentially it is a pocket dimension.
Is Bradford glowing?
If I can chime in, just because detect magic would theoretically tell us if it's like, is this a magical effect on us? Is it a magical effect of us interacting with the item? Same for Bradford. Like, I think, just to clarify.
Okay, so the magic that is pinging around everything is not pinging for any of the party members. Is not pinging for Bradford. Bradford himself is. I don't want to speak prematurely on this. You know what? Help me out on this, actually.
Sure. There's illusion, which is like well, okay, for which are we? Which do you need help with? I'm sorry.
If somebody was a magical body, what would that ping as?
If it's to do with like either restorative energy, or like if they've got like gentle repos on them, that stuff's typically necromancy. If it's like a shield or like a benefit that would like kind of like it's abjuration. If it's like defensive or like combat oriented.
I don't know why I forgot. I always forget that this is school. And one of my favorite characters is this. But yes, it is pinging. Bradford is pinging necromancy.
Understood. Okay.
But again, that is separate from the entire rest of the area.
Makes sense. Thanks. So if okay, so if we're not pinging with magic, it means we're not physically enchanted to be small. So if we're on this this demi plane, it sounds like it's more of like a portal that's saying the passphrase, kind of like walked us through a la Sigil. So I get is that about right?
Yeah, kind of like the Mystic Library sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like you'll be able to make that immediate association. Yeah.
Nice, makes sense. Okay. So I've asked Bradford if he knows any way out of this place.
And with that question, it's the first time that Bradford has acted a little bit somber. He says, "You can leave anytime you want. This all around me, as much as I try to make it feel like home, as much as I try to make it like nothing is wrong, I'm stuck here. This is my prison. I cannot leave."
Why not?
I struck a bargain. You see, I didn't tell you. I don't tell many people, if anybody, this. I'm a little bit older than you may believe me to be. I was in a war, and when I was on the battlefield, there was a man standing over me, and I don't much remember what he looked. I could remember like looking at him as I lay there, exhausted and beaten and bloodied. And I thought I had died. I thought my time had come, and this was the person who was coming to take me away from everything. And I heard a voice in my head offer to strike a bargain. That he would let me go home. And all I needed to do was agree to fulfill a favor. And at the time, I felt like it was better than dying. And had I known the fine print of the bargain, I may have not taken the same choice. But it was a spur-of-the-moment decision. And I agreed. As I agreed, he put his hand out. Partially, I wasn't sure if it was to seal the bargain or to help me up out of, the kindness of his heart. But as he pulled me up, I felt a little bit woozy, a little bit dizzy, and I found myself in town and thought everything was great. And I realized that there weren't a whole lot of people here, and there were actually no people here. And it was quiet. And I haven't enough sense. I haven't seen him since. I haven't heard of him since. I have just been here for a very long time, simply waiting to fulfill my end of the deal and be rid of this place.
So what exactly was the deal?
It was a favor. He didn't say. He said as long as, or I came to realize that as long as I owed him a favor that was left unfulfilled, I was a prisoner here. I would happily, at this point, fulfill in a moment's notice. Sometimes I get so lonely, so desperate that I think about what I could possibly do to appease him enough to set me free. My mind has gone to some strange places. Places that I would rather not talk about right now. But, yeah, I don't know is the honest answer. I simply don't know what I need to do.
Hey, can we help? We just need to figure out what kind of favor you can do, right? And then do it.
Well, I mean, if you could do it for me, that would, if that is just as agreeable, absolutely. I mean, honestly,
I mean, maybe, but it seems like if we do the favor for you, then you're not doing it yourself and you're not repaying it.
I would happily repay it. I would happily do it myself. I mean, if I do it, if you do it, if you know my great grandmother does it, as from what I imagine is, as long as the deed is completed, then the deal is done. I think it's more that it's done rather than who does it. But the roadblock in that particular situation is I simply don't know what needs to be done.
Wait. Let's start from the easy part. You remember what the person looked like?
I mean, it was hard to make out finer details. He from I mean, he was of average height. You know, he was kind of a little bit paler skinned. But aside from that, the one thing that is forever chiseled into my memory is those eyes and that smile. It still haunts me.
And you draw it in like the dirt or something so I can see it?
Because I could. And he kind of like gets down on one knee and knocks on the ground, and he goes, "It's not really dirt." He had no hair. His head was entirely bald. He had these wild, crazy, empty, pale eyes. He had a smile that I swear touched both of his ears. And...
Yeah, this is an emoji, isn't it? Was this the name Emoji?
He was.
Was he a big smiley face? Yellow?
He if he was, it is the scariest smiley face I have ever seen in my life. And that laugh just rings, haunts any sleep that I get.
Okay. And we'll go to part 2. You remember the exact wording of this deal that you made?
I mean, it's been a long time, and maybe not the exact wording, but the deal was...
Touch him and cast guidance to help.
And he kind of like takes a moment to ponder with his newfound guidance. Is anything else being cast on him right now besides guidance?
Okay, give me let's give me 1 second. I got a couple of these. I give him an inspiration. I'm gonna touch him. I'm gonna do enhance ability intelligence. Let's see, what else do I got? I think that's what I got. Yep, that's what I got. Enhance ability, so he has advantage. And then he has a d12 to add to his theoretical roll.
Alright. So he thinks back. And again, his mood, as it deepens, gets even more serious, more somber, and darker. And he starts to narrate what he's seeing back from that day. And he stood there on the battlefield. Friends. Allies. Zora. Goron. Hylians. Chica. All around him. Shouting. Screaming. The sound of people stepping in puddles on a bright sunny day. And he feels a sharp pain between his ribs from behind. He goes to yell, but he can't. The sword has pierced his lungs, and he cannot speak. When he feels the sword come out of his back, falls to his knees, before falling completely on his back. The sounds begin to muffle. The sun shining bright in his eyes. And then the sun darkens and he sees a silhouette in front of him. His eyes adjust, he sees frightening face smiling, wide eyes, bald head, and a cheerful, haunting laughter. He says, "It doesn't have to be your time yet, my child. There is so much more that you can do for me. There are threats looming in a time beyond your fathom, and I need your help. I want your help. I'm willing to bargain for your help. And in return, I will bring you home, and I will keep you safe until the time has come for you to fulfill your end of the bargain. You will not age. You will not know pain. You will not know suffering. As long as you are protected by me. Is this what you would like?" And all I could do, all I had energy left for, was to nod my head in agreement. What other choice did I have? And upon agreeing, I lifted my arm to his outstretched hand. And as they say, the rest is history. That's the story.
Hey, dude. Is this what the guy looked like? I'm gonna use a minor illusion to conjure an image of a big, all smiley face.
Just
Not sure
like
what it sounded like to me.
like an emoji smiling face.
Yes, like kind of a Forrest Gump smiley face. Maybe. Man,
He
that was maybe more of a splatter. Yes.
he looks at it and goes, I suppose you're not that far off. Let me try something.
Walk me through it. Like, help me. Yeah.
Well, he approaches the smiley face and starts to maneuver it as if it were like crafting clay. Like he starts like bring in parts with his hand and stretch parts out, and he like picks up, he like touches the ground where it's kind of like tannish, where like the rocks are, and he touches it to give it more of like a skin tone color. Like he's like working this thing in a way that definitely would not happen outside of this area. And he like starts working on the eyes. He stretches out the smile. He kind of like points out the teeth, and he goes, it's more like that. And you all finally gaze upon the person who cut a deal with Bradford. It's in Cataclysm chat.
Thought so.
Which one of you mutters the name first? Under your breath, with a mix of disbelief, anger, and so many other emotions that in that moment you cannot possibly begin to pinpoint, but you can say his name
really hurts
under your breath.
Because I know what I want to do, and I know I shouldn't do it. This is not the time that I do this. This is not the time that I do this. Fuck.
He recognizes. Well, so he... That's right. Okay, so as he points this out, he utters this phrase almost as like a deep unlocked memory, as he has not physically gazed upon this for, at this point, literal generations. And he utters the word Bakalon.
He's been here for generations?
He has been here for generations. He was a soldier in the Hylian Civil War. He has been here since before the birth of Zelda. I mean, maybe not like here specifically, but he has essentially been imprisoned, waiting for his deal to finish. So this board, this town, is the current iteration of his prison.
I just need to know what would have happened if this were the time. I'm an asshole. Fuck.
So what's that?
There's a 33% chance I could never cast a wish again. I was rolling to see if this was the time I used that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's that's what I was considering, right? Like, I needed to know if it was gonna be the last time or not.
Gotcha.
Oh, fuck.
Want me to try something first?
Sure.
Okay. I am going to kneel down to the ground, put my hand on the surface of the ground, and let's make sure I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. I am going to cast Dispel Magic at 9th level.
Cool.
So if it's not a 9th level spell or below, it automatically is undone. And I'm targeting this world, basically, with the touch.
Okay. So I'm not one to do this often, but I'm doing this here now. as I just gave my speech about my GM screen. All right. So the spell save is still a 19.
Oh, for me? No,
Wait.
it's actually a
Or
21.
21. Okay.
So, Dispel Magic works a little bit differently. Basically, the way that it statistically works is that you roll with your spell casting modifier. So like Wisdom in Lito's case.
Well, unless at higher
it's
levels
9th level or lower,
have, yeah. So is it
Yeah,
9th level
yeah.
or lower?
Yeah, so if it's 9th level or lower, it is automatically done, and if it's not, then Lito has to roll Perception versus a 19 or whatever level the spell is.
All right. Well, let me give it a good roll, because it's been a while since I rolled a physical dice anyway, and we'll go from there. So where are you all physically right now? Like, what are you doing? What are you looking at? And where are you? Are you physically touching anything? Everyone kind of give me your bullet points of where you are in this moment that Lito casts spell magic. He has announced that he is physically touching the ground to cast the spell magic on the ground. So,
I mean, honestly, I would probably just be standing like next to Lito across from Bradford, if that makes sense. Like, I would just be on the ground, I guess, near the fountain or whatever. And yeah, I'm probably looking at Bradford as Lito casts this still, to be honest. But yeah, I'm not really, I'm not floating or anything like that.
Okay. And what about Stefan? Who is muted? Okay, Stefan might have stepped away. Okay, so okay, so as you both adjacent to each other, both with a clear-cut view of Bradford, as you cast the spell magic, you get this like whooshing tunnel sensation where like it feels like the whole world behind you just rushes like right past you, like a fleet of buses, and in a moment's time, you no longer see Bradford in front of you. You no longer hear the quiet of the town. It is instead replaced with the bustling of a lively town. And rather than Bradford in front of you, you find yourself once again in front of Keysman with the board. And the board is still a model of the town, but it no longer has the Dante's Inferno Lounge. It is literally just a model version of the town.
It's just me? Or is it them too?
It's all of you minus Bradford. What would you like to do?
I'm still thinking about it, to be honest.
Okay, so as you come back, what one of the other first sounds that come to your ears is Keysman, and he is just doing this ridiculous laughter. It's like, and as you look at him with this like puzzled, what are you laughing at kind of thing, he goes, you guys are funny. Like, you were just standing there, and then you just started moving all funny. You're like, whoa! And then you just stopped doing it. And I was like, that's funny. And then he goes back to his thing. As like his like you've stopped paying attention to him. So between like the ambient noise of the town and intentionally trying to like tune him out, he just sounds like high pitched muffled as he continues to play with little figurines on the map itself.
What do the figurines look like?
Honestly, they just look like D&D miniatures. like some like I would say none of them are well painted. Most of them are like gray stone that with varying degrees of quality in terms of carving, and a couple of them have a little bit of paint on them, but that paint is chipping off, or some of the paint looks very like slapdash kind of. You know, like one of the figurines are just painted all red. You know, like it appears that if you had to make a guess, that Keysman was the one who actually did the painting on the figurine, and he's just not very good. But they look as if they were bought by him rather than made by him. But they are just little stone-looking D&D miniatures.
So
you said.
wait,
Wait.
So Deacon kind of like has his hands on his head. He's a little hunched over. And yeah, I think his thing that he's thinking is this the same thing that happened to Rudo? Like, was it the same person at fault for this, you know?
Was it? Possibly.
The unfortunate thing is, I do... fuck. This feels like the type of thing where I should use it, but if I can just elucidate on my thought processes, I would rather save that for Rudo if I'm going to do it for anyone.
Well, there's 3 things that I can come up with. One, I can try and scry on him now.
Ah, true. Does that work out?
Because now,
Oh yeah, because it's not a different plane demi-plane, it's a physical plane demi-plane, so
also, we
theoretically,
now
yeah.
have something of his.
Huh. Slipped my mind. Could you tell me what that is?
We have the board. We have the miniature.
Oh, true. I didn't think about that, yeah. Not bad, not bad. Okay. That works.
Wait a minute. What do you mean when you say at the miniature?
The town.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna toss a freebie on this one. So it's because I know that you guys have wasted a decent amount of spell slots getting information out of this situation. So, the miniatures are. I'm trying to hold on. I gotta plug my headset back in.
Charging battery.
Okay. None of the miniatures have anything to do with Bradford.
Mm-hmm.
The Inferno Lounge was never visible. How can I write this? On that model, there are 2 layers. There are the layers that you see Keysman doing, which is just like, so when you cast Dispel Magic, you dispelled the magic on the board. So before anything with that, it was just a model of the town with magic applied to it. And it became Bradford's kind of like pocket dimension. However, when it was dispelled, that secondary layer is gone. So Keysman has no idea about Bradford. Keysman has no idea about anything other than the fact that this is a cool model to play with. He never saw you enter. He never saw anything that happened while you were in there. Right now, all that is simply a bunch of miniatures that Keysman is playing with on a model version of the city. That is it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
But the model of the city is still someone created it.
Yes, absolutely.
And if it was created by our nice little friend, then it was his, which means I have something of his. That's all I'm trying to get at.
Oh, okay. All right. So I will comment on that. That is not the case. It is simply a toy that was created essentially by a toy maker. It became magical with Bradford. It became, after it was created as that. I'm going to take it back a bit because we have divulged at this point that Bradford has essentially been a prisoner since when he would have died during the Hylian Civil War. So we're talking, pre Zelda's father being the king. So it is safe to assume that although his prison over those decades, his prison has taken multiple different forms. That was
charge complete.
That was the most recent iteration of it. So there is a physical aspect of something that has to always tie him to this plane. So right now, for example, what is going on with Bradford is since the board has been oh geez, my fucking brain. Since the board is no longer magic, Bradford and what is holding Bradford had to default to something else on this plane. Like something physical needs to anchor him here. So nothing. So what turned Bradford undead is not what made the board. That is simply a child's toy, which is why it is entertaining Keysman so much. Although I think it would be really cool to have
premium Car City carpet.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool to have a toy maker villain, but I don't have the patience.
That would be kind of lit.
Yeah, I don't have the
Fair.
There's too much else going on for me to make another build.
Understood.
The toy
So
maker.
now I'm just confused.
Okay, I'm
Because
listening.
the Bradford that we met, that we bought our, property from, and the Bradford that was in the game are two different people.
Bradford is undead because Bradford does not have a soul. What you were just conversing with was Bradford's soul.
But the Bradford that we bought the deed for the
Yes,
Zetos and Deacoons
undead Bradford.
wasn't actually Bradford.
That is
It was
Bradford.
undead Bradford.
It is, but it's undead Bradford. Think of it as like physical form and spiritual form. Like when the spiritual form combines with the physical form, you have somebody who is alive. Most people have their spiritual form inside of their physical form. They have their soul inside of their body. And this is why I got so excited about finally being able to like unveil all this. When the spiritual side or soul gets removed from a living body, that body becomes the type of undead that we are running into with Bradford and Rudo. So when we see Bradford, and we know that Bradford's undead in the filing office, that is simply Bradford's undead body. Like it is cognitive, it is all of these things. It is a body existing without a soul. That doesn't mean that there is no soul, because you just found and met and learned about Bradford's soul.
So by that saying, he's always been the undead version of himself.
Yes. As long as you have
So
been
I
around.
didn't kill him.
I mean, you haven't tried to yet, but...
No, the Geos then didn't kill him.
So remember this whole...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was kind of what brought attention to his undead nature. But it is completely in character that you would blame yourself for it. Yes, Bradford was undead prior to that, but having to take... So, an office job is really safe. An office job, you're not going to run into a lot of physical altercations, a lot of concussive forces, and also keep in mind, Bradford never leaves that office. He is in there 100% of the time. Now, it makes sense that he would want to preserve himself by doing that. Prior to him dying, he was on the battlefield. He was on the most horrific battlefield in the potential history of Hyrule. The things he saw, the things he went through, it is completely understandable that he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to take a fucking office job from now on to try to preserve the way I am. Because it's not that he can't die. It's that he doesn't really decompose and or age at the same rate that a normal person would. So he has a vested interest in doing things that won't cause damage to his body.
What happens if it's irreparably damaged?
Well, you saw what happened to Rudo.
Ah.
So same coin, two different sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. That's where we're at right now.
Huh. So Bradford, do you have does your body, the other one, does that have any recollection of all this?
Bradford's gone.
I mean, oh right, yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that for a second. Huh. Shit. I just want to figure out if this also happened to Rudo.
Excuse
me. I wonder how I can do that. Oh. Shit, I'm kind of stumped. Interesting. I feel like a coward for not wanting to roll that D6 again. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a risk.
It's a big fucking risk. Damn. Sorry, Puck, when you drop stuff like this, you gotta be prepared for the equal and opposite reaction. You gotta process some of this.
Listen, I would like to point out that we were supposed to go lingerie shopping.
Right? Shit. I genuinely don't know if Deacon is okay with allowing this much suffering to continue. That's kind of what the problem is, if you know what I mean.
But is it that much suffering? I mean, it's really, as far as we know, only 2 people. There's far greater suffering going on affecting far more other people.
So that's true, unfortunately.
Can you wish for a pair of lingerie? To get us back on track.
Yes. I wish Bradford had booty shorts. Excellent.
Booty shorts by Bradford.
Hell yeah. Alright. Damn. I really have to think about this.
I love how you're like, when you drop this, I was like, this is like at least 40 episodes old.
That doesn't make what I said less true, my man.
I know.
If anything, it's just dropping from a further height. It's gonna leave more of a crater.
Like stumbling, like across or stumbling into this is like such a fucking thing.
I'm just picturing a scene where it's like Stuffin's looking at Leto. It's like, Leto, what's Deacon doing? He's just like standing there frozen, thinking, is he okay? Do we need to splash some water on him? Something?
Not okay.
Not entirely sure.
I don't know why this.
Like we're walking around him, like looking at him carefully. He's just like frozen in place.
Pretty much. Like hands on his leaves, like threaded into the leaves. Like just like Decoon.exe is like buffering. Like you see the little circle from old-timey YouTube. There's over his face. God.
I think he's mad.
I am mad at Buckle on. Let's see.
So now, question for you guys: are your and I have lost track of this. I think I know the answer, but I'm not positive of it. Are any of your characters aware that Bacalon is the Happy Mask Salesman.
Technically, no.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna level with you. This, like, that's the thing, right? Is like it's a reveal to me, but to Deacon, it's more about like, holy shit, this guy's been tortured for more years than I can count.
Yes. All right, good save, good save. I love it.
Very difficult, because the class I'm about to change into just gets this spell as their capstone. So I am handicapping myself if I fuck myself out of this now. Why is this so hard?
I think Stefan's looking through some of the books that we got
That's a good
for
call.
interesting topics. I can almost picture, like, if this was a movie, it'd be like, night passes, the next day comes. Night passes, the next day comes.
Yeah, literally, bro. Just cut to like Deacon's just sitting there, and it's like you can see the like day to night cycle happen like 3 times, and he's just sitting there in the exact same position, much like an actual tree.
The leaves on him start turning orange, and then they fall off.
Exactly.
And they go back again.
Exactly.
Deacon's like Percy Cowardly Dog. He's like, it's like, get it all out. It's not working.
True.
So,
Anyway.
hey, Deacon, like narratively though, like I realize you're changing classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you even know this spell at this point? Like, would you even know what your full abilities are?
I don't know. I guess not. I guess that's true. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true.
Did you have Wish?
Mm-hmm. I've had it for yeah. It was I've had it for literally like a year plus now. I went through a thing where at first we were only doing it for bard spells, and then as he like got to know his abilities a bit more, it became like the regular thing. So I just kind of it's been a long time building, so it's like I guess that's why it's in my head. You know, I don't want to lose it, I guess. But at the same time, I really want to help this guy. I'm just trying to figure it out. I apologize for being melodramatic about it. That's not my intention, but I just, you know, I am bad at making decisions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, dude. Give me 1 sec. I gotta just think for a bit. I'm gonna. Yeah.
Lito, where do you stand with things here right now?
Just trying to figure out how I missed the fact that we had been talking to basically a dead guy this whole time.
Not dead.
There's definitely like backstory that Stefan does not. I don't know.
So from the player standpoint, take it back a bit, and anybody feel free to correct me on any things I misspeak on. The guy Bradford, he is in the office in Hyrule Castletown. He's in charge of all like the paperwork, like building permits, things like that. Early on in the campaign, Leto cast Gias on him with instructions to, I think, provide information on something that he didn't have. So what happened was he ended up taking enough damage from the player standpoint, he ended up taking enough damage to die, and since that point he has been regarded as undead with little to no explanation as to why his undead is different from, like, say, a re-dead undead or a zombie undead. Like, he's cognitive, he's, he has a personality. Like, why is he undead? Like, what is about it? So,
This has been burning for at least like 2 years.
yes, this has been a long-running thing. So, the only other undead person that is comparable to him is Princess Rudo. So again, little to no information. So what happened was, as we've gotten this information, one of the key aspects realized is that Leto's now realizing that his Gias did not kill Bradford. It caused him physical damage, which caused his appearance to change because he took that damage from the spell. But he was already undead at that time. And then we learned that
No harm, no foul.
Yeah, so his undead condition dated all the way back to the Hylian Civil War. And we actually, on our YouTube, we did a one-shot that dealt with the Hylian Civil War, that dealt with a number of people. It puts it into time frame. It deals with, before the actual founding of what is modern-day Hyrule Castletown. It deals with Bacalon as a character. It deals with Bacalon. It introduces Bacalon as a character. And after that, we come to realize that Bacalon is not a one-trick pony. Bacalon is an entity that shapeshifts over time. And although Bacalon does not exist in his former iteration, his current iteration, which is not known to any of the characters right now, Bacalon is the Happy Mask Salesman. Did I leave anything out?
Does that mean that he's happy, or the masks that he sells are happy?
Well, let's see. Let's see what I can put in chat, and I will let people make their own assertions on that. So I'm gonna throw the Happy Mask Salesman, and I'm going to side by side him with Bacalon. And that is what we have. That is one and the same entity from two different time frames. Oh, also, and that is his laugh. As another addition to the situation.
I'm really sorry, man. I can only see like wait, I'll refresh. Hang on, that's probably on my screen. I can only see like a corner of his face. Sorry, but I think my game just might be bugged. I'll refresh. Okay, yeah, never mind. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so
ooh, damn.
Point of reference also, Bacalon was the person who tortured Iturbe and created Bongo Bongo. So everyone is, throughout every aspect of this campaign, everyone is allowed to make their own, come to their own conclusions about every single person, but I have made nothing redeeming at all about this character. He exists in this campaign. He is around, but
I know how to find him.
What's that? Yeah, and understand. This is the first time there's been any utterance of that, of wanting to find the Happy Mask Salesman, since this has opened up.
We really want to start a fight with him.
Oh man,
I might really 100%. I can find him.
Mic off.
Now that I'm coming to the realization, I kind of have to suck it up. But what method did you have in mind?
I have the Keaton mask.
Ah, gotcha. One of his possessions,
Mic on.
right?
One of his possessions.
Makes sense.
Mic off.
Oh.
And we've met him in person.
Mm-hmm. we were talking to Andy Belfour, and he came out of the walls, or something to that effect.
Mic on.
Came out of the wall. I met him under a bridge. He came out of a bag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite was when he just rose face first out of the ground after the silver Lionel. That was a great game.
My favorite was the bridge.
That was still fair.
I think that happened at the beginning of Lito's original campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was their introduction. They just
That's awesome.
went over a bridge and he came to them.
Underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I was going to go back and check my notes on everything that happened with Bradford and realized I didn't take that good of notes back then. And that's the session before we started to record.
Oh wow.
Do you have a
It would be
date for that?
I don't. I know it's section 40.
Okay. Because, well, the reason I ask is, and I haven't looked at this for some time. I believe this is what it is, but I might be completely mistaken. From the original broadcast campaign, I have a video, and I haven't watched it yet, but the video is dated June 17th, 2022.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And like I've kind of like peeked at it to see what it is, like who's involved in it. And actually let me take a peek at once again if it will open.
This session 40 was just me and Ikun.
Oh,
There was
okay.
nobody else with us at that time.
All right, no, then this predates that because this is pre-Deacon into the campaign. Yeah, we
Yes, Bear flew that.
Oh, that
As-
voice.
In session 40, specifically, I have noted we basically find Mama Fat Tony unconscious. We search through her stuff. We find the picture of Anthony and Mama and his father and Jonathan. We read the medical records. We unhand Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
We get the ring. Magic sword is found in Reggie's room. Broken piece of the Triforce and a purple gem. Hole with magical properties. We find the paperwork of the fraud and embezzlement. Oni is taken to jail. We then go and talk to Bradford, the deed guy. Ikun trails the guards to make sure the paperwork doesn't disappear. We figure out who Reggie is. Reggie is possessed. Mama is exorcised. Reggie is evil. And we are then in the Deku Tree with Impa, Guru, and Flora.
Mm-hmm. That's the
That's-
beginning.
That's it.
That is. Okay, so I'm
I'm like-
looking.
Didn't take good notes back then.
Hold on. Let me print screen this, and I could.
Good question. It's a question of whether or not it has a material component.
It's a cantrip, so
Some cantrips have those.
All right, I'm gonna post this in Cataclysm chat. This. Yeah, this is the only old video that I have. Ah.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
I think that was like the introduction to the one on the left, because like when I scroll, there's like the silhouette with all the question marks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a relic from a bygone era.
Mhm.
Let me get rid of these now. All right. So, all right. So let's see. We are back in Hyrule Castle Town. We have.
So I can
better-
scry on him.
Uh-huh.
We can see if we can figure out where he is, and if we really want to mess with that, or if we hold on and wait for. Oh wait, where's Gully? Did Gully go off and get food without telling us? Right. Okay. Whenever we find Gully, we have to decide if we're gonna go and deal with that, or if we're gonna leave that for a later date, since we really can't do anything with it. But we might as well tell, I guess, Zelda that's who that is.
Mhm.
At least she has an
I
idea.
think, that is the best idea. I think that's priority one now.
Or priority one should be getting stuff in lingerie.
No, oh, true. I forgot. How could I possibly have forgotten?
Well,
But a close priority.
there we
to-
go. Hey, there's no decision there.
In theory, you could go to Zora's domain and see if there's lingerie or something there. Again, the question is who's gonna wear it?
Yeah, I mean, it could just be a gift.
Still kind of a weird gift.
I mean,
Yeah, well,
to the Zora, sometimes a betrothed is just a big old rock. Sometimes
Yeah, but
it could be lingerie.
are you wanting to get married to Il?
no.
I'm just saying there's no queen. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I have no doubt
lot
that
of fish in
Puck
the
would
sea.
let me go in that direction. No.
We're gonna put a wig on Leto.
Hell no.
Hi, King Il. You're so strong.
God, it's like Joe. It's
I'm
like
gonna-
Joe Star in the bottle of tequila. God.
Leto can alter self. He could look like a female Zora if he wanted to. That's not going to
That's
happen.
true.
You think you think Stuffin could get ill to call him daddy?
He's like that.
Oh my god.
But we need to focus on the fact of we now know that Bradford isn't Bradford.
But he is.
Stella Bradford, who's always been undead
That seems rude.
until
Going up to somebody and be like, "You're not really you. You're a shell."
well, you know what, God? I'm talking to my party right now, so
I say that to myself every day in the mirror, Puck. I don't know what you're complaining about.
but
Negative
it also
affirmations.
means this is actually very important. Okay, guys, we need to go to Zelda right now because this is actually very important.
No, I agree. We need to trade this information in pronto dente.
Okay. So
Evan, keep doing your thing. By the way, I know you're using the fruits from the orchard that I told you about to buy stuff. Just keep it on, make sure you're making more than you're spending.
so I could still buy toys.
As long as it doesn't come out of profit.
Gets this like big ass grin on his face, like, "You got it, Chief."
Nice.
Also,
Hell yeah.
clean yourself up. You're supposed to be working for me. If you have spots and stuff on you, that's bad.
Mm.
What do you mean?
A spot, that's right. The spot now gone.
No, the spot's still there. He just never knew it was there.
The spot there.
Oh. Okay.
Evan, I'm watching you.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over to Zelda, and you're going to give us one hell of a cliffhanger.
Okay.
All right. So party walks over or into the throne room in Hyrule Castle Town. They make their way into the throne room where they find Zelda. And
Queen Zelda, we're back again. Did you love us?
oh,
Anyway,
man, I should start charging you guys rent.
well, actually, in theory, you should start paying us for information, but we're gonna leave it as an even nothing. By the way, Bradford, the guy who's undead, is actually only part of a full body of Bradford who was split thanks to
Bakulan.
Bakulan, who's actually the happy mask salesman, who basically is waiting to do something to someone. So in theory, you have someone who's undead, who's also a part of someone else that could be waiting to do something to someone too.
Okay, so
Information for you.
I think Iturbey also said his name once at one point too.
Yeah, he's the guy who basically tortured Iturbey and turned him into Bongo Bongo that we fixed.
I hold out my hands and wiggle my fingers as if to emphasize this point.
All right, so with this new information, we're going to end it with just those gears kind of like turning over Zelda's head as she processes this new information that.
Also, one last important thing.
Yes.
What do you think of the name for our group as the Professionals?
I think that it is specific enough and vague enough to fit appropriately.
Oh, think about that until magic time goes by and we see you in 2 weeks. That is not actually real time.
All right, so with this new information, Zelda.
Wait, are we getting for professionals? Are we getting paid for this?
Yes.
In theory.
I mean, we literally are. We get a few rupees every time we close the temple.
Pretty much, yeah. Like there are certain things that you can do to gain money all throughout the kingdom, but specifically from Zelda, every time that you take over a temple, she gives you a nice little stipend.
Love to see it.
Okay.
Yes. So as we take care of or as Zelda gets ready to process this information, she gets ready to do her reply, and we'll find out what that reply is next episode. We have done so much this episode. We have dealt with so many things. Oh my god. And I am all about it. I'm so super excited for it. But we're gonna have to wait 2 weeks to find out. So just to bring it speed again, I have a bunch of things scheduled for upload. I'm going to get the other things scheduled for upload. Everything should be if I get it done right, everything will be uploaded and ready by tomorrow, and I'm super excited about that, including this episode. This episode, yes. So I still have to work on the thumbnails, but I mean, we're gonna have it up one way or the other. So that being said, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank I want to thank Gully. I want to thank Deacon, Lido, Stefan. Had a phenomenal time. That I honestly can't, like, we did so much in this episode, but I honestly can't remember the last time I laughed so hard. So we had so much.
For real, this was a good one.
It really was. So yes, again, we are on a bi-weekly schedule. Next week, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. I'm not sure what kind of broadcast. One of the things that I always try to do, as I mentioned, like sometimes we'll broadcast 7 Days to Die. And I pretty much like cut that back to broadcasting around Horde Night. Like last week we did the day of Horde Night and the day after. 2 weeks before that we did the day before and the day of. So always like Horde Night adjacent. So if it falls that way again, we will be doing a Horde Night on Tuesday. If not, we may be doing something different. But one way or the other, we will. I always try to broadcast Horde Night as well because it's so much fun and it's so intense, and I like my base. I like the base I built, and I think it works really well. And hell yeah! Like it kicked their ass. It was great. So yes, thank you guys. cannot wait for the next broadcast. So until then, be happy, healthy, safe.
Wait.
warm. What?
Wait. You forgot. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell, punch that notification button. Make sure you go to the Discord, say hello. Go to Facebook, say hello. Do all those things, and of course, come back and see us next time.
Ta-da!
Yeah, but if you punch it, don't punch it too hard because you don't want to hurt your hand.
Yeah.
Right? Be gentle in your punching.
Yeah.
Yes.
And see us next
slap
time.
it tenderly.
Yeah.
Slap it tenderly.
Yeah.
There you go. Good tender slapping.
Excellent.
All right. So
Tender slapping.
Yes.
And then take a video of the tender slapping and share it with us on Discord.
You're gonna get us in trouble.
We want to see your tender slapping of our subscribe button. Of our button.
And with that, we should say good night.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, monetization.
Who's this guy?